Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen who call me the Dream Believer, because that's why, and welcome back to another episode of Hoshizora. I have to say, I'm not fully recovered, so if you wonder about my voice, why it sounds so, well, it's why it sounds different, well, now you know, so I just wanted to mention it. To let you know. So, let's continue to the game. I'm standing at the entrance as but I try my best, okay? I try my best. I'm standing at the entrance as I shout up the stairs. What is taking you so long at this rate? We'll be late on our first day. By the way, it's their first school day on Hibari High. I can't help it, I can't, okay? It's my first time putting on the school uniform, so it takes time to getting the bottoms and the ribbon all right and perfect. Apparently experiencing various hardships getting herself prepared for school, my sister is still cooped up in her room. I'm patiently stand down here waiting on Chinami to hurry herself up, feeling both of a bit emotional. Today is the reading is going smooth. Feeling a bit both a bit emotional and slightly uneasy in response to the well-starched uniform I have on. For both Chinami and myself, today marks our first day as official students of Hibari High. Of course, us being transfer students, we have to drop by the faculty office before the start of homeroom to meet our respective homeroom teachers, which is why I wanted to get a bit of a head start this morning, but yeah, so much for that. A quick glance at my cell phone's watch tells me we only have 10 more minutes until the ringing of the bell. Judging by my prior experiences climbing Umemi Hill on my way to the lookout, I would say that if we left right this instant, we might just barely make it. It is my first day at Hibari High, and I don't even have the time to cherish the starting of this new chapter of my life. Okay, I'm ready now, Oni-chan, my uniform's on perfect and my hair is just right to this too, so I'm ready to roll to Hibari High. Here we go, go. One thing before that, did you put on your name tag? I'm not a kindergartner, alright? Did you take a long handkerchief? Yep, got it right in my book baggie, which I strangely enough don't see anywhere. Check your eyesight or something. My right hand is absolutely firm and powerful, holding onto my much loved book bag. What you're holding up right now isn't your book bag, but it's your piggy bank. What in God's holy name? Run up and get your school bag now, and don't make me wait a second more. Oh, and oops. No, you just go grab the wrong thing, stupid. Go and get your book bag before I leave you behind. No, please don't leave me behind. I'll be back in a jiffy, I pinky promise. So don't you dare go off without me, Oni-chan. Watching Chinami's back as she bolts up the stairs, I can't keep myself from having a heavy sigh. Back when we were still living in the city, Chinami would also leave for school right on the edge of time. And the empirical probability of me waiting for her or not was a clean 50%. Despite the fact that our school is now so close that we can walk instead of using a bus, like we used to have to. That tendency of hers hasn't changed one damn bit. As I get tired of waiting and leave the house, I run into a female student that is just about to pass right in front of me. Hey. The moment our eyes meet, the girl stops in her tracks. I definitely remember that face. She's the girl that showed up at the door when we went to say hello to our neighbors. Judging by her uniform, she's a Hibari High student. And I guess she is going in the same grade as Chinami. Hello there. I choose to play it safe and go for a slightly polite greeting. Although I'm actually pretty positive she's younger than me. Hibari High has 2 sets of uniforms. and the one she has on is the uniform the kids grade below me wear. Yeah, that's what I said. Besides, there is also the fact that she clearly is younger than me, appearance-wise. Huh? All she does is issue a curt nod in reply before resuming walking in the direction of Memoria. Hold on. As I call out to her to stop, she questioningly tilts her head, looking back at me. You're going to school, right? Would you mind if I joined you? I mean, to get on friendly terms with our neighbors right away. Maybe I could pin it on the calm, the soothing atmosphere of Hibari High, in sharp contrast to the bustling hecticness of the city. I guess you could say it sort of, well, made me feel more relaxed and friendly. Anyhow, it is important to maintain a wholesome relationship with those who live around you. Today is actually my first day at Hibari High, so I would really appreciate it if you could maybe help me get accustomed to the place, show me where things are, you know? Oni-chan, getting all chummy with the neighbor girl. It's only been a few days since you gobbled up that maid, and now your tummy's grumbling again. But don't worry, if it's that hard for you, you can just have a little chinami here for this. Have we both met before? No, I'm a complete stranger. It's that weirdo from the other day. I'm absolutely positively, most definitely not some weirdo. For your information, all of that was because this guy right here stabbed me in the back, so it wasn't my fault. He made me look bad. So yeah, hope we can be BFFs, Oi-chan. Don't address her in such a casual way from the get-go. Yeah, sorry, you will have to excuse her. This knucklehead over here is quite lacking when it comes to manners. She's strange. It's that weird guardian-like person of the weirdo. She mentally put me in the same category as Shinami? Where did I slip up? My first impression should have been flawless for all intents and purposes. The polar opposite of Shinami's. Our neighbor walks off, going to the hill by herself. Thanks. It's not. Now, because of you, our neighbor thinks I'm some circus freak too. Please, that was your own doing, Doofus. Did you lock the front door? Yes, sorry. Since Anchino's still sleeping, we gotta be careful not to forget about that. Yep. Alright, let's get going then. What? Before we go, Oni-chan, look, check out my shiny sparkle brand spanking new uniform. Cute as a button, right? Pretty as an angel, right? If you want, I will even be willing to wear this outfit when I cook for you, or when I clean the... Neighbor girl, wait for me! Don't run away from me, big dummy. She's more like a girlfriend, or it's I don't know, it's kind of harem style, from the animes. Harem, you know what harem is, when the girls or the boys are all for one guy or for one girl, so that means in the opposite sex. Yeah, you know what I mean. I think I explained it right? I should. I hike up the hill. I hardly see any other students on the way to school, which I can't only pin on the fact that... What are those? Which I can only pin on the fact that we left at such a late time. That in turn enables me to effortlessly find our neighbor friend. In spite of the fact we are cutting it close, her walking pace is awfully leisurely. So thanks to that, I managed to catch up to her in no time. Hey there. As I lined up myself up next to her, she turns my way. It's here again. Chris, she makes it sound like I'm some ghost hunting her. If you don't mind, could we walk to school together? I put myself out there and invite her with the most friendly smile I can muster. Her face, on the other hand, is quite literally void of any expression whatsoever. She responds with neither a yes or a no. 1 second went by, 2 seconds, and it doesn't change. An awkward mood start to end causes. I guess you could say I sort of feel like I've tripped the moment I set forth. Maybe she's still upset about her fraud-esque the thing we pulled to lure her out of her house the other day. What up to ya? Shinami suddenly pops up from behind us. Another one. Hey, I wanna ask you something. What year are you, Oni-chan? What's your first name? I guess she's in the same year as you. Because she's wearing the same uniform. For once in my life, I'm actually thankful for Chinami's audacity and its ability to instantaneously blow away the awkward mood. Yeah, she's kind of positive. That's good. I'm Kogazaka Yu, a second year at Hibari High, and this is my little sister Chinami. She's a first year. I go ahead and introduce ourselves first to make it easy for her to reply. Same, Aoi Isutsu. Still reading that expressionless face, she answers about as consciously as conscious can get. So looks you and Chinami will be in the same grade, huh? My thoughts turn out to be correct. But say, Aoi-san, you sure you don't want to pick your pace a little bit? I mean, the bell's about to ring in just a few minutes here. You're acting too friendly for comfort, huh? Okay. If that rubbed you the wrong way, my bad. Still as expressionless as before, she then falls silent. Yeah, keeping up a conversation with her is a bit of a task. Which class are you in, Oi-chan? How cool would it be if we were in the same class? Are you in a club or anything? Hey. It would be really amazing if we got to be club buddies. But like I'm actually more the athlete sports running around type than the arts of science type, so if you're in that kind of club, I think we'll have to be apart as awful as it is, but I'll still drop you by your club so we can hang out. She's like, you can be happy that I mentioned you, you can be happy that I recognize you. Shinami keeps firing off words with her characteristic machine gun mouth, not even slightly fazed by Oi-san's attitude of rough disregard. Her feat of having made 100 brands back during her time in school in the city wasn't just for show. Is it perhaps that you're still upset about what happened when we came to say hello the other day? No, I'm over that. At last, I get a proper answer out of her. I'm really sorry about that. I mean it. I'll bring over Suffles again sometime soon. No, that's perfectly alright. But I gotta say, you're one pure-hearted, naive little thing, aren't you, Oi-chan? I mean, you fell for the trap like right away when I said we came to collect the paper subscription fee. Be quiet, circus clown. Did she just say it though? Okay, bye. I don't quite get this girl. I kinda like that attitude. You're such a silly girl, Oi-chan. She's like, someone is talking not in a good way about her. She's like, but it's okay that you're stupid. Don't worry, I got you. Something like that, you know, and then she's following her like this. As per usual, Shinami's very personal still remains blind to the meaning of discouragement. Anyhow, we eventually reach Hibari High school gate through a trial and tribute. Oh, damn, today's the reading going smooth, isn't it? And through a trial and tribulation with our neighbor friend. I should have looked at my cell phone and note that we are already down to 3 minutes until the ringing of the bell. Regardless, Ayo-san keeps up her leisurely pace off in her own world as she enters the school grounds. You and I have to drop the faculty room now, Shinami, come on. We gotta hurry. Talk to you later, Oi-chan. Ayo-san wordlessly disappears into the school building. It's just the first day and I already got myself a brand new friend. Her chat with her new friend didn't really amount to too much of anything, but apparently Shinami is entirely content nonetheless. Sure, it would be fine. It would be nice if you two wound up in the same class, huh? Yeah. I would enter the school building once before, back when I came here to take care of the transfer formalities, and on the day we arrived in Hibarigazaki. Hence, I still remember which entrance is, but our own lockers and those also slippers haven't been prepared yet. Consequently, we can't go in through the main entrance. So we make a beeline for the visitors' entrance, all the while praying that the bell will wait for us. The faculty room is located on the first floor of the school building. Since Shinami and I are in different grades, we also have different homeroom teachers to go see. Accordingly, this is where I always party. By the time I've exchanged a simple introduction with my homeroom teacher, the bell is already rung. Led by the teacher, we leave the faculty room and go up to the third floor. After walking down the hallway, for a short while, the teacher then halts before a door. Oh, it's exactly like I guess it's in Japanese. I guess it's in Japanese. I don't know, from the animes, and the animes that I watch are only Japan. I don't know. A few Chinese animes I watched as well, but most of them that I watch are Japanese. And always in the schools they are like this, showing which floor and which class. Pretty cool. This is the class I've been assigned to. Leaving me with a simple wait out here for now, he enters the classroom. I suppose he is going to introduce me to the class during the morning homeroom session that is starting now. When he brings me before the class, I'll have to introduce myself in front of them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous. The situation I'm currently in perfectly resembles the one I experienced during my first time moving. I felt that exact same feeling. Questions like, will I be able to situate into the class, and will my new classmates accept me, fluttered through my mind, causing a nagging anxiety to search for that made me almost want to just run away. I may have been through this once before, but I doubt it is something I will ever get used to. I don't think that someone get used to this if you don't do it often, so I guess it's good when you're not used to it. And I'm positive the same goes for just about everyone. I mean, if you are used to it, mostly you are used to move from city to city. And I don't know. It's from everybody's perspective different. It is how it is. I wonder how Shinami is holding up. Knowing the girl, she will no doubt go pointlessly overboard for her self-introduction. But with her characteristic cheerfulness and vitality at her disposal, I am quite sure she will be friends with everyone in no time. What about me though? Will I be able to sift my way into the class as easily as her? Would it be like last time, where I'll go through some hardships at first, but gradually make my way there eventually. Nah, man, you aren't older. You are more matured. Don't worry about that. I really need to stop being so pessimistic. Yeah. At this rate, I'll just end up the laughing stock of the class. The lookout girl would laugh at me. She was the one who taught me how much fun it is to spend time with friends. And now I've come to taste that feeling for myself. I am different from the old me, from before I would met her. They would ignore my classmates' invitation to do stuff. I mean, at the school I transferred to when we moved away from Hibari despite the hardships I went through at first, I did end up making a good amount of friends, all things considered. Although in that regard, I still pale in comparison to Chinami. Oh. As I raised my head, my eyes meet with those who said, those of a female student who was walking down the hallway. Her face looked somewhat familiar, but more importantly, why is she out wandering the hallways when homeroom is already started? You over there. What are you doing outside of the classroom? Homeroom's already started. What do you know? Our thoughts are exactly in sync. Get back inside at once. Well, I would really like to do so, but the thing is, wait, why are you asking me that when you are doing the same thing? I was caught up in a student council meeting that ran a bit over time. But now mind me, just get back into your classroom already. Well, the thing is, I'm transfer student and this is my first day. I sure hope that is a sufficient enough explanation for her so I wouldn't have to spell everything out. Oh, that explains everything. That explains things. What's that with the music? Looks like she's got the idea. So you're Kokosaka, So the fact that it even gave my name, even gave away my name is a bit unexpected. Welcome to the school, and I hope you enjoy things here. Once you've situated yourself in a little, I'll come pay you a visit again. What exactly does it mean? Well, just the fact that she's gonna visit you again. Girl walks off, heading further down the hallway. I guess that means she isn't in my class. As I stand there, tilting my head in puzzlement, I hear my homeroom teacher's voice. Alright, it is showtime, baby. Time to roll up my sleeves and nail things self-introduction. Because God knows I don't want to get laughed by that girl, those whose name I have now forgotten. I pull open the door and instantly find that being the only sound I hear. And the classroom is shrouded in absolutely silence. The atmosphere is evidently tense, almost making me break out into a sweat. I line up next to the teacher who is standing at the podium. Following that, I direct my gaze forward. I get a look at my new classmates for the very first time. A couple dozen of curious pairs of eyes are staring me down. I am met with unfamiliar faces everywhere I look, which is only to be expected, of course. This can't be. I don't think that he's get into... Oh, you heard that? I don't think that he's gonna get into a class where he knows nobody. I don't think that. Naturally, I feel a little overwhelmed, so much so that I almost inadvertently take a step back. I can even spy a few students here and there, whispering back and forth between each other. It would be completely normal for them to think of something was amiss with the fact that I've transferred during the odd month of July. Though, funnily enough, there really isn't any particular rumor bait kind of reason. I know full well they aren't staring at me this intentionally out of spite, but still, that doesn't make things any easier. The teacher says a few brief words to the class, then writes my name on the blackboard before turning it over to me to give a short self-introduction. It would be nice if they would show this. That would be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Right. It would be this piece of cake, you know? This This little extra. I have to talk in front of them. Even though that a thought was still in my mind before entering the classroom, it had totally slipped from my mind sometime in between. Maybe because of that strange girl who got on me in the hallway just now. Alright, so what exactly should I say about myself? I can't think of a single damn thing. Since my creed is to be prepared for everything at all times, this really isn't like me at all. Well, that is because my head has been occupied with other stuff thanks to that mirror girl. How long is he staying there in front of the class and thinking? After the event that transpired at the lookout, it's taken me a fair bit of time to regain my composure. The fact that I am back to normal now isn't because I've given up on the lookout girl's day, but rather due to me having resolved myself to remember it again at all costs. If I talk like that, it's because I try to avoid making this. I don't know how to say it in English, so that's why I just, Wait, now isn't the time for that. Right now, I am giving myself a introduction. While I haven't thought of any specific things to say beforehand, this isn't the first time I've done a self-introduction, no need to panic. I've introduced myself just fine to all the people I've met here in Hibari since we started living here. Even if you leave that out of the equation, this isn't my first time changing schools. Just think about the kind of self-introduction I did back then. From what I remember, it was a little awkward. A self-introduction being what it is, I'm pretty sure I must have said something, but I can't for the life of remember, or for the life of remember. I guess life. No, live. I guess. No, life. I guess I can't for the life of me remember what that something was. There's also the chance that I didn't actually say anything at all then. Contrary to my thoughts, maybe I was only reigned by the strong desire to flee that place at once, ultimately rendering me unable to say anything. Maybe I just stood there waiting for the moment of eternity to hurry up and pass by. Though I don't need to think about that, I am different now. I've grown, that's what I said. And I don't just mean my height. With both my mind and my body have matured, I should have no problem nailing a self-introduction with confidence. But still, there's no denying that I kind of hurt myself by not thinking about this beforehand. I'm basically repeating myself at this point, but it's crucial that you give off a nice first impression when you meet someone. In that case, I suppose my best bet will be thrown in some jokes to accentuate that I'm an outgoing guy. But shit, what if they fall flat? Labeled as the king of cringe after introducing himself with the several lame jokes in succession. It will be a Herculean task to remove that smear on my name. I don't have the thick skin and courage that Shinami does if it comes to that. I would straight up refuse to go to school anymore, which means I should have avoided taking on that risk and stick with the safe, harmless, nice to meet you all and finish things off. But I feel like that would only have the opposite effect, making me come off as overly boring. In response to my continued silence, my classmates started to murmur among themselves. This isn't good. Before endlessly mulling over what to say, I should have just gone and said something. Who cares what, just anything to clear this awkward silence. At this rate, I'll get labeled an egghead that overthinks everything. For the second goddamn time too. Well, there went that maturity I thought I had right out the window. As I said, there's someone that he knows. That's awesome. Kogasaka-kun, you can do it. A conspicuously resonant voice amidst the boisterous classroom entered my ears. Guys, stop whispering and give him a chance to talk. Of course, he's not gonna be able to say anything if nobody's listening. Amidst that a sea of unfamiliar faces, there's one that isn't. The girl that stood up and raised her voice, and that maid is that maid I met the other day. Oh, she's also here. Awesome. We should listen to the class representative. Everyone. It's only polite that we quiet down and give him our attention. Sitting at the desk in front of her is also the girl named Sakaki Kosama. I came across in front of Hibari High school gate. The two of them are flashing bright smiles my way. Those smiles are proof that they are welcoming me an outsider. The moment this thought passes through me, the self-introductions I exchanged with the both of them resurface in my mind. Hello, my name is Kogasaka Yu, and I'll be studying here together with all of you from here and out. I only just moved here the other day, so I would be appreciative if you could all help me out. Thank you. At the end of the day, my self-introduction turns out to be the brief, safe kind. However, the following applause makes a wave of relief wash over me. My desk is by the windows. With the ring of the bell signaling the end of the homeroom, we now have 10-minute break until the start at our first class. As I'm in the middle of taking out my brand new textbook for our upcoming class, the girl sitting next to me doesn't waste any time striking up a conversation. Boy, I was totally surprised to see your face, Kogasaka-kun. Awesome. The girl at the desk next to mine turns out to be the maid girl herself. I already knew you would be coming today, but I never expected that you would be in my class, of all things. Yeah, it kinda caught me off guard too. My word, huh? And thank God for that too. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. Just a little something on the end. Make sure to drop by our cafe again soon, okay? Sure, but I'm a little short on cash now, so that might have to wait a bit. So, and here I'm gonna end this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked it, like it, share, subscribe. Don't leave anything out. Don't leave anything out. And as always, remember, dreams come true. So what should you do? Just believe in you. And as always, watch some anime. Ladies and gentlemen, watch some anime. Watch some anime for me. Watch some anime for you. They're just amazing. Some love, positive energy. Just awesome. Just awesome. You should watch them. And they are some awesome. Yeah, just awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, just thank you, everybody. Thank you all. Watch them. You should watch them. Enjoy watching.